So we're starting the class, closing our eyes, and we're going to talk while we're sitting here. I want you to feel everything that you physically feel in your body. What can you feel? So underneath your fingers and your palms, you feel the fabric that's lying under your hands. You feel your sitting bones on the ground or on your blanket. You feel your feet touching the floor. Grounding can be another word for embodiment. You're feeling your body. And your body's not just a bunch of bones and skin and muscle. Your body is a sophisticated instrument with which you interact with the world, sense the world, feel the world, interact with the world. So how many parts of your body can you activate for enhanced experience? So you want to make your skin opens to feeling and sensing the temperature in the room, the feel of the air. Is it cold? Close your eyes, go back into your own space. Is the air cold? Is it warm on your face? Notice the air as you breathe. What's the temperature of that air? So grounding is feeling in our body. Eicha guf magisha. Maha guf magisha. Relax your shoulders. Stretch out your spine. Start becoming conscious of what you're actually feeling, not your emotions. In your emotional life, you feel sad, you feel upset, you feel happy, you feel expectant, you feel disappointed. That's not what I mean about what you're feeling. I'm meaning, what do you actually feel? What can you actually feel? Can you feel your lips? Safatayim, one lip on top of the other. Your eyes, the upper eyelid touching to the bottom eyelid. What do you hear with your oznayim, your ears? What do you hear? Start becoming aware of your senses. So grounding is coming into this physical moment, into this physical world, into your embodiment of experience. What is it that you feel? What is it that you're feeling? And the trick of embodied practice, you can try sitting on this. Sit on it. The trick of embodied experience is getting out of your head. Our head gives us a lot of problems. My yoga teacher calls the head illusion, confusion, and delusion. Dimion. מה זה דמיון? זה יותר חשוב מה אני מרגיש בעולם הגשמי. What are we feeling in the physical world? That's grounding. So come into your body. Gently put your fingers and squeeze your knees. Just squeeze your knees. Squeeze your knees with relaxed shoulders. Just put pressure and just squeeze your knees. That is a sensation. How do we interpret that sensation? Is it painful? Is it just a sensation? Let's not, how do we judge that? So, Toby, just lachatz.
Oh,
yeah. Is it pain? Is it koev? Or is it lachatz? Is it pressure? Do we interpret or do we label, or what? Relax. Relax that feeling. Let your hands stop squeezing your knees. Pick your shoulders up to your ears. Pick them up. Bring them up. Bring them up. Is that comfortable or is that uncomfortable? And relax and let them go down. Let them go down. Let them go down. Drop your chin into your throat and feel the back of your neck stretching and lengthening. Feel that back of your neck stretching and lengthening. And then bring your chin parallel to the floor. Bring your chin. And then stretch your chin up to the ceiling. Stretch it up, 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 and look up. And down. And bring your chin parallel to the floor. Try and open up your throat. Can you open up your throat? How do you open up your throat? Let's imagine that there's a tulip and it starts somewhere in your heart and the stem of it goes up and there's a little flower, perach, in your throat. A little flower. Imagine it opening up the petals and release. Just as you breathe in, open up that throat, open up the petals in your throat and release. Good. And now let's put our hands on our bellies, yad ala betten, and breathe into that hand. Breathe in and expand your belly. Expand as you breathe in. Contract as you breathe out. So we're feeling the breath. Breathe into the belly. Betten ze yoter gadol. So breathe in. And then contract. Pull it in. Pull it in. And do that once more in the belly. Now we're bringing the breath down into the bottom of this torso. And contract. And then we want to open up the ribs. Open up the ribs. Open up the ribs. And release. And then open up the chest. Breathe into the chest. And release. So I want you to wrap your arms across your front. Wrap your arms across your front. And round your back and just fold down. Just fold down. And scrunch up your eyes. Squeeze all the muscles in your face. Squeeze, make fists with your hands. And feel very, very contracted. And then let's start to open up. Open up. Inhale. Open those arms. Open the arms. Stretch them out. Open. Open your chest. Relax your shoulders. Open up. And then let's go back. So inhale. And then as you exhale, let's start scrunching. Exhale. Make yourself very small. And tighten your eyes and tighten your hands and get very contracted and squeeze all of that breath out of you. And then relax it and start inhaling and open and open and open. Relaxed elbows, relax elbows and open up that heart. Open up that heart. Good. And let's do one more. Inhale. And scrunch and crunch and go forward and feel that constriction. Make your hands into fists and tighten your face muscles. And then let's go, let it go. You're opening, 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 out, out, out. No, good, good. Good. Every emotion we feel manifests in the body. Every single emotion we feel manifests in the body.
Unless we you don't have to keep it. Only the unresolved,
well, every emotion you feel, your body's going to register.
Right.
What happens next if you let the emotion go the body will go with it.
Right. It will
Okay, so let's
release
do
it. Unreleased emotion stays stuck.
right, but even the emotion, whether the emotion stays or it goes later, isn't altering the fact that while you're feeling it, your body's going to do something.
Right.
So I want you to become aware of it when it's happening. Okay, so let's go for lion's pose. So you're going to go. Breathe in. And let's go. Okay, what feelings are you feeling? Inhale and let it go. And growl, Toby, growl. Couple more. And good. Now let's take it in. Let's make these arms really, really tight. Really tight. Bring them in. Bring them in. Let's put them in front of our face. Cover your eyes. Make your arms stiff and rigid, like a concrete wall. And press out to your elbows. And make yourself, no one's getting in. Feel that in your body. Feel it in your back. You've got a nice magen, a shield. And then let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Smile. Smile. Even, I'm going to, okay, don't smile. Look very miserable. Do not smile. Do not smile. Like that. Do not smile. Do not smile. Do not smile. Do not smile. Okay, if you guys on the thing, if you can get a pen or a pencil, don't smile. Be miserable. Feel sad. Let your face get very sullen and floppy. Let it flop down. Ugh. Let it drop. Ugh. Now put the pencil in your mouth with your teeth. And down. And let it go. Just smiling. What do you feel when you smile? The shift. You might not feel it inside, but just smiling. Let's do that again. So let's just get the face nice and loose. Now I want you to drop your face. Let your whole panim drop. And feel very miserable. Let everything drop. And then put the pencil in your mouth with your teeth. And you can't help it. You can't help it. When you smile, your brain receives information that it's feeling better, even if it didn't know that it's feeling better. Let's stretch out the legs. Let's stretch out the legs. Okay, I'm trying to elaborate on the grounding principle. I don't know if you're getting it. It's all about grounding.
I know, brother.
It's all about grounding, right? When you ground, you feel your feelings and you're in your body. And the external world impacts on us and we impacting on the world, how we relate. So we did that squeezing. Let's do something else. So we're grabbing onto our toes. Good. Grabbing onto our toes. Let's push them away. And notice how your back, what happens to your back when you push your toes away, and then pull them close. So get into the flow. As you pull them closer, let's raise up. And then round and push away. Round and push away. So if you feel like you need a stretch, I'll give you a stretch. So keep your feet up, your shaft. No like. Then you can loose it. Stretch it out. Yeah. Okay, so we up, so 2. That's it. Dog back is Kelly. Up. And then round and roll. push away. Let your feet go away, toes, that's it. Push away. And then inhale up. Good morning. And,
Like the spots? What did you say, some scar was the word?
yeah. I endorse you. Lift up and push away. And inhale and exhale. So let's take these ideas into a stand where we can feel them even more. Let's come into a squat. Come into a squat. Good. And then we're going to hang down in a forward fold with very loose knees. Your knees are very loose and you're just hanging forward and you're in that floppy, like very surrendered pose. And I want you to start activating your body and rolling up. Watch which muscles are getting engaged. Engaged. You're engaging certain muscles to roll up. Good. Good. So let's roll those shoulders forward and take a dog back and drop your chin down and lift your shoulders up. Good. How old do you feel? How old do you feel?
3.
Ben kama atim. Bat kama atim. Good. Bend your knees and get even older. Good. Now we're going to transform. Let's go. Let's roll up. Roll up. We're shape-shifting right now. Shoulders back. Turn those hands to the front. Open up your chest. Relax your shoulders. And smile. Good. And let's do the opposite. So take a nice deep breath in. And just roll forward and totally slump. Toby, ein koach, just bli lachatz, just slumping down, round back. Good, no energy. Just imagine you're a person that's feeling completely hopeless. I'm so hopeless, I can't stand up even. I'm just a floppy doll. And feel that, I'm a floppy doll. I got no energy, no motivation. I'm just, my life's over. And then roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Feel yourself empowering. Roll up, roll up. Here we are. Good. And now we're going to go down in a different way. Let's roll it down. And hang down. Just hang down. Now I'm really relaxed. I'm in yoga class. I'm letting go. I'm allowing myself to just be. I'm not old. I'm not flopped out. I'm just surrendered. I'm embodying this highest element of surrender. Good. And roll up. Roll up. Roll up. Shoulders back. And there we are. So that's 2 positions with 2 different head spaces, right? The one is I'm like defeated and I'm all knocked out, and the other one is I'm surrendering. Good morning. We're playing today. We're playing with how body movements influence head spaces. Okay. Huh?
And we said the opposite also, the head influences the body.
Yeah, the head is influencing the body and the body is influencing the head. Okay, let's go. Ha! Let's go. Ha! 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 Okay, so how are we marching? We're marching to victory. We're bringing Geula. We're marching to redemption. Just doing this, we're getting into an active, I'm ready. I'm going to take on the world. Let's activate our immune system. Ha, 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 ha. And let's just stand still. Just be still. So let's ground into our feet. Let's ground into our feet. Standing up. So this is called Tiferet Movement Yoga. So one of the things we're supposed to be doing in Tiferet Movement Yoga is identifying different aspects of God, of energy in our body, right? So let's feel the feet. That's our grounding. So feel our feet, feel the feet. Good, feel them connecting to the earth. So according to some ways of understanding this, the feet are malchut, a connection to the earth. Let's lean forward. Lean forward.
The feet.
Well, the feet, malchut is the mouth as well. It's not just the feet, it's the mouth as well, but it's part of our grounding, how we attach to the earth, our foundation, how we root into. If you were a tree, it's like your roots. Good morning. Let's move your mat a little bit over. Yeah. Okay. So let's feel those feet and feel how far you can move forward and back. So if you're a tree and you're well rooted and there's a storm, so your tree can kind of weather the storm. My son just came back from Israel about 20 minutes ago. And he looked out the window and he said, look at that. There was a huge tree that just fell over, and I'm wondering, when did that happen? I don't remember even noticing. It's like a huge tree. How could I not notice? But anyway, maybe it just happened last night. Okay, now side to side. See how you can not pick your feet up, but how you rounding, you're rooting down into your good. And then let's bend those knees. Bend the knees. Good. So now we're coming from the bottom up. Usually in Tree of Life, we come from the top down. So let's go to the top. Good. And let's funnel down. Good. That's our kete. It's our crown. It's got all these nice little points on our crown. Good. And then imagine that the Kohanim are pouring oil onto you, being anointed as a I don't want to say priestess because we don't do that, but as a Kohen, it's coming down. That oil is coming down, and it's coming down. So you've got a left brain and a right brain, right? So imagine. So let's go from the kete point and feel that oil pouring down your head, pouring down your forehead. And imagine as that oil, the shemen, comes down, you've got your left brain well, let's start with your right brain. You've got your right brain, your ability to receive new ideas, machshavot chadashot, rayonot chadashot, on the right brain, chokhmah. And then on the left brain, you've got your ability to process that information, bina, to integrate. And then feel that oil coming down and illuminating your thinking, and then come to your third eye and just close your eyes and imagine your third eye is like an eyeball, an einayim, shalosh, and imagine it opening And just imagine that you're seeing from one end of the world to the other. Good. And let your hands just drop. Good.
My knees are bent.
Your knees are soft. They're not bent. They're just soft. They're not locked. Okay, let's just do this. Hum, dum, dum. We're having so much fun. Hum, hum, hum. We're having so much fun. Hum, hum, hum. We're having so much fun. Hum, hum, hum. We're having so much fun. Good. Let's come to the heart space. Let's come to the heart space. So let's push up the left arm up and push the right arm down. Good. Press up, stretch that arm up and stretch that arm down. So let's reach up to whatever is above, reach it up, reach up, reach up, reach up, and bring it into the heart. And let's bring down what's ever below. Let's just press it down and then reach down and bring it to the heart. Bring it to the heart. And then from the heart, let's spread it out through the arms. Good. Let's roll those arms. Roll, roll, roll. Try not to lock your knees. I'm telling myself also, don't lock the knees. Roll, roll, roll. Breathe in and out. Good. Imagine that you're opening your heart with your arms. So you're stretching from your heart into your chesed and gevura. From your heart. Good. 1, 2, 3. Let's bring it back to the heart. So the heart's Tiferet. Good. Let's take the right arm up and the left arm down. So this is like our aleph, right? So we've got ground and we've got high. Let's bring from the upper realms into the heart. Bring from the lower realms into the heart. Open the heart and stretch out. Stretch it out. Each hand open, Frady. She's not ready yet. Okay. Yeah, press it out to the heart. Press your heels out of the heels of your hands. Press. Relax your shoulders. Press out. And back to the heart. Let's do this again. So right arm goes up. Left arm goes down. So we're in the aleph. We are the aleph, right? Yud, 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 a yud, a yud, and a vav. The line is the vav, right? That's 26. Yud, yud, and vav. That's 26. Divide that 26 into 2. And you get 2 times what? 26 divided by 2? 13. Open your heart. 13 is the word for ahava. Value of ahava is 13. So you're opening your heart. Stretch to the left, stretch to the right. Okay, let's go to the right first. Let's go over to chesed. Let's go all the way over to the chesed side. We're stretching to that side of chesed, but look, we're using our left arm to go to chesed. We come up, and let's go over to gevura. Now we're stretching the chesed side when we lean over to gevura. Good, let's do that again. Up and over, all the way over to the right side, the side of chesed, but you're stretching your left side to get there. And up and down. And up and down. Let's reach for that aleph again. Reach up with the left. Reach up with the left. down with the right. We got a yud above, we got a yud below. Stretch up, bring it to the vav in the middle. 26. Place your fingers to your heart. Inhale, open, ahava, 13 and 13. Ahava this way, ahava that way. Let's bend those knees. Good. Take your left arm over to the right and back. Take your right arm over to your left and back. So here's the big secret, right? In loving. It's not just all chesed, and then I'm punishing some all gevura. Look how they work together. Take your left hand over to the right and back. Take the right hand over to the left and back. So I want to love my child, but I need to love with boundaries. Take your left hand over to the right. I'm loving, but I have boundaries and I'm coming back. I need to punish my child or give them a consequence, but I have to do it with love. Take your right hand over to the left.
I'm just coming
And
from
back.
experience.
Left hand over to the right and back. And right hand over to the left and back. And just swing it out. Swing both ways. Just loosen up your knees and swing both ways. If you're a punishing parent and you're reprimanding without love, your children are not going to feel loved while you're giving them boundaries. You have to give them boundaries with love. And if you're giving them love without boundaries, your children are not going to feel safe because there's no boundaries. So you have to constantly integrate the left and the right. Let's do it really fast. Bam, bam, bam. Like a turnstile. Bam. What?
Secure attachment.
Secure attachment. There has to be windows and doors. But inside can be a nice warm fire. What? What? I feel this is kind of neutral right now. I can't really shift in this moment, but maybe in a couple moments. So, okay, so we're swinging left to right, left to right. Okay, let's put our hands up. We want the hands parallel to the floor. We're going to do this kind of integration thing. Hands are up. Let's go. 1, 2. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going. In, out, in, out. Keep going. We go in one side, out the other side. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, so we're just going. Good. So we're integrating left side and right side, Chesed and Gevurah. Good. Couple more. And 1, 1, 1, 1. Good. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Good. So we got Chesed and Gevurah. Now we got to do our Netzach and our Hod. So let's just dancing around, dance. Good. Let's do our little jumps. Little jumps. Okay, before we go into the legs, I just want to do a little bit more of this hand thing. So let's do, we're going to the right. Yeah, we're pushing, let's go with the right leg. We're pushing out, and the left arm comes and pulls the arrow back all the way to the left side. Pushing it all the way to the left side. And then let it go like an arrow, zoom, to that right. Leah, you want to turn around?
I'm very confused.
Yeah. You can be wide if you want. You can either be wide on the green mat or be wide on that mat. Just face me so that you're not. So if you want to be wide, or just be there. Because you're used to that transition. Okay, so right leg is bent, right arm is up, left arm is coming towards that right hand. It's like an arrow. We're getting ready for Lag BaOmer. Pull it back. Pull it back. It goes all the way back to the left. Stretch out those fingers. Lean into the right. Lean into that. Pull back with your left hand. And then let it go. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back all the way. And let it go. So you're pulling back to the left in order to go. The more you pull back to the left, bend your front knee into that right, and then let it go and come to the center. Am I not being very considerate with your mats? Let's turn your mats to face me. Turn your mats so that they lengthwise, like that, because everyone's struggling. And I'm happy. And that's not right. Just because I've got a big round mat. Yes, so like that. Okay, so okay, so we turned our mats this way. Okay, so Toby, turn your mat.
I'm good, it's fine.
No, it's not good. You let your mat parallel to your mat. Yes. And then we'll stay here.
Oh, we're staying.
Okay, so now everybody's good. Okay, so we're going to go now with the left leg to the left side. Well, we better stay here now after all that fuss.
Oh, you tried to make us
Well, I'm seeing everybody struggling because, so you want to turn around? Yes. So face the front. Face the front.
Okay.
Face the front.
Okay.
There, take your,
Now I'm
that's it. And face your body to the front, your hips to the front of the mat, to the front of the studio. That's it. Just your knees going. And your hips are staying
this way.
Yes, we got it. Okay, so now left arm goes out, right arm goes towards that left hand. Pull that right arm back, pull it back all the way. Push out to the right wall, push out to the right wall. Press, 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 and then relax that hand and let that arrow go. Good, and pull it back. And all the way back. Good. Let's actually turn the front hand up and then the right hand comes. So we're going to push that front hand against the wall in the front as we pull the right arm back. Pull it back. Keep pushing that left hand up against the wall and pull back and pull back and one more, pull back and pull back. Good. Let's turn to the front. Good. Let that hip be nice and loose. Hips are nice and loose. So that's the balance of the Chesed and Gevurah, going to the one side in order to get to the other side.
I guess it's still hard for some people. Even physically.
For some people.
Only for some.
Only for some.
So this is the thing. This is the thing. We want to always be balanced. So if we're going to, let's just take a warrior 2. So we're going to take that warrior 2 and we're bending the left leg to the left side. So there's one way I can do it. I can put all my muscles into that left leg, and I can completely forget about the right leg, and I'm just going to strain this knee. Can you put all the weight into that left knee and don't use your right leg at all? Do you feel how you're increasing the strain into that knee? Can you feel it? It's all the muscle, all the weight in that left knee. Now let's anchor back into that right foot and center your pelvis. And now bend that left knee out, but at the same time you're bending your left knee out, press back into your right foot. Does that make a difference? Good. So Toby, bend the knee. Good. So make it a little smaller. Yeah, and then take it more out. Yeah. Stay straight in your body. Just your arm goes out. Okay, bend. That's it. And now, that's it. Okay, so we're going to that left. So let's go all the way over to the left. Now anchor with your right leg. Anchor with your right leg. Good. Anchor with the right. Let's see how low we can go. Anchor with the right so you don't lose your balance. Anchor with the right. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Come up. And go the other way. Good. And let's do it again. We're going to go all the way, all the way, all the way. But we're anchoring with that right leg. And then let's go all the way back. Good. Let's go into triangle, 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 triangle. And then let's go here. Good. And back. Let's go into half moon right away before we do the other side. Usually I do it in smaller steps, but let's bring that right leg back a little bit closer, and we're just going to go whoops. And we're going to try and hold our balance on that left side. Now, how are we going to do it so that we don't fall over? Somehow, even though that right leg is not on the ground, it's got to take some of the weight. It's got to take some of the weight, even though it's not on the ground, to keep you in balance. Like, watch yourself fight for balance. What do you have to do?
Squeeze the core.
Something else.
Mm-hmm.
Look at something else on the floor.
Do you feel that in order to go to the left, you somehow have to use your right leg to keep you from falling, even though it's
You flex the leg.
the right?
I don't know which one it is, the other one.
Yeah, the other one. You can
Yeah.
flex it. You've got to animate it. Because if all the weight is going that way, you're going to fall over.
And you're
It's full balance for a reason.
Mm,
It's full balance for a reason.
exactly. But why do we live our lives and not balance?
That's what.
Why do we reprimand our children with anger and gevura in a way that they don't feel loved?
100%, because that's the challenge of today's generation.
Because we're not behaving balanced.
Not our generation.
Of life,
Period. We're not worth.
No, for sure not
We're
worse.
by that.
Actually, I think
I
there
think
was
we're better.
a lot of gevura parenting in previous generations.
But we're not,
No,
I
for sure.
clearly like misread what you were saying, because like whenever you say it was the challenge of this
No,
generation, I'm like,
totally.
up yours. No,
No,
it's the challenge
totally
of
not. I so didn't
Let's-
mean it. I
let's-
just meant, like,
like
our generation is in like right now. This is what we're dealing with. Like not as in like no. Totally.
Well,
I agree with you.
I think that our generation is being conscious of
Right.
the problems of doing things in an unbalanced way, and we
They're
try
more
to
aware,
integrate.
I think they have
Huh? Yes, good. No, I like emotion. Let's go the other way to balance it. So we're going to balance it. We're going to come into that right leg. Come into the right leg. So we want to anchor and stretch. Anchor and stretch. Good. Keep it straight. Good. No, your foot's wrong. Your foot's got to be straight. That's it. Keep the hips facing over. Take out the knee. Keep the body straight. Just your hips. That's it. Yeah, this foot has to be a little more. There has to be a line to the middle. So bring your foot a little. Yeah. It's got to be the heel to the. So it's got to be a line. Yeah, and then keep the hips forward. There you go. And then bend out. Was it מחובר? So we got to loosen it up. Okay, so here we're going out to the right. Go out to the right. Ground in the left. And over. Over. Stretch it out. Really lean over. See how far you can lean over without losing your balance because you're grounding with your left foot. And back. And the other way. Good. And back. And back. And one more like this. And back. And back. And feet to the front. So I did a mistake in a way, or not really a mistake, but I'm still talking about chesed and gevura. But really, we are already working the legs, so we need to be talking about what? Netzach and hod. Same principles, but chesed and gevura is how we're dealing with other people. Netzach and hod can also be how we are in. Well, chesed and gevura can be ourselves or other people. You can deal with yourself with chesed and gevura, but netzach and hod are slightly different. They all about how we make effort in the world, not just whether we open-hearted or making boundaries. Our legs are how we make effort in the world. So let's go. Oh, we didn't finish. We didn't finish the right side, so we just yeah, we didn't finish. So we're gonna okay. So let's come back. So this is the right leg. This is netzach. Netzach is effort. I go. I push. I accomplish. I manifest. I make things happen. Netzachi. I'm persistent. I'm determined. Right, netzach. I go for netzachon, for victory. So let's come over here. We did that one. Now we're going to do the triangle. Out, out, out. Then we did this one. Good. Now we got to go for the half moon. Let's come back. So if I'm only on the netzach side, I've got to use the hod side to balance. So how are we going to do this? Want to come and balance on that netzach leg, but we got to use the hod leg to balance so we don't lose balance. Says the teacher who's losing balance today. Good. This is the secret of life. Hasod shel hachayim. How do you say balance in Hebrew? That's not exactly balance. Shvil hazahav. Shivui mishkal. Want to be in a balanced way. Every interaction that goes wrong, every time you get sick, every time you end up in an argument, every time your children are angry with you, every time you're alienated from your husband, it's because you didn't do this right. Every single interaction that's gone wrong is because you're going too much on one side, not enough on the other side, or you're going to the one side, but you're not bringing elements of the other side with you. If you want to have nitzach, you want to be determined, and you want to, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do? Give me a goal.
Be at peace.
Hmm?
Be at peace.
be at peace. Okay, I have a joke for you. Okay, here's the joke. Person goes into a pizza shop and asks the pizza maker, can you make me one with everything? Okay, they get their pizza, they pay their money, and then they say, sir, I paid you $5. The pizza's only $4.99. And then the pizza maker says, sorry, sir, but change comes from within. But you didn't laugh at the first part. He says, make me one with everything. Yeah? Yeah? Huh? People still not going to get it? We all want to be one with everything. So you walk to the pizza store and say, make me one with everything. A pizza with all the trappings. Make me one with everything. Then he's waiting for his change. Do you get it now? There's two funny parts to the joke. אני רוצה פיצה להיות אחד עם כל העולם. ואיפה העודף שלי? עודף זה מבפנים. Okay, so I want a goal that you have to work for, like like you want to earn $1 million, or you know, like a physical thing. Okay, well, maybe being peaceful. Huh?
Shalom.
Yeah, we had that already.
Inner peace, outer peace, everything, with everybody.
Okay, I want to build a house. Okay, something simple. I want to build a house. Let's go. I want to build a house. 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 I want it to be very nice. I go to Home Depot. I fill my wagon with stuff. I find an architect. I find a designer. I dig a trench. I call contractors. I'm doing. But I'm in my Netzach mode, so I don't even. What don't I do? What don't I do? What don't I do? Oh, I don't rest. Okay, let's rest. I'm going to rest now, and I'm going to put my feet up on the footstool. I'm going to have my cup of tea, and I'm going to rest. How do I know when I'm finished resting? What do I have to do to know that I'm finished resting? This is a trick question.
When you're full of energy.
When you feel full of energy, when you feel it in your body. So let's rest. Okay, now I feel I'm full of energy. Let's go. I'm going back. And now I'm choosing paint colors, and I'm buying furniture, and I'm deciding wallpaper or paint, and I'm getting photographs. And what do I have to do? Wait. What do I have to do at some point? I'm going. What do I do?
Again.
Huh?
Right.
Oh my God. Got to sit down and rest. What happens if you don't rest when you need to? What happens? What happens?
Sick, burnout.
You get burnout, you get sick, you get problems, your hair goes gray, you get eczema.
Maybe you get angry.
You get angry because you're out of balance. You're out of balance. People, it's easy. Why do everyone get this wrong? Why do they wait until they're sick? Why do they wait until they're frazzled and screaming at everyone? Why don't you see that you're losing balance? Let's do half moon pose on each side. I just want to tell you, I have a yoga teacher. Some of you have met her. And she canceled yoga. She never, ever cancels. She canceled yoga Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I called her up. I knew something was wrong. I said, what's wrong? She's in her 80s. She said, I felt some contraction or constriction in my back. I felt something not right. And I went to the hospital and I had a blocked artery. I said, Paula, I'm so impressed that you felt it. She said, well, I'm in tune with my body. I felt it. I felt pressure in my back. Another person would have said, well, it's like me and the tree. They wouldn't have even known until what? Chas v'shalom, they have a heart attack. That's the difference between well people and not well people. She figured something is in my back. It doesn't feel right. There's a constriction or a contraction. She took herself to the hospital. She said, I feel something's not right. Check it out. And she's just resting and fine.
Wow.
Someone else is like, I got to teach. I never cancel my classes. They expect me to be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can't stop it. Then they have a heart attack. Got to listen. Okay. Half moon pose on the left and then half moon pose on the right. Again.
Yahweh says Hashem speaks to us through nature.
Yes. So we actually, now that I said her name, we should wish her Refuah Shalema and Arichas Yamim. I'll tell you what her name is and just her name. She is Carol Shandel Bas Rivka. Carol Shandel Bas Rivka should have Refuah Shalema, which I think she has already because she listened and she took care of what she needed.
Okay, we she was our inspiration today.
Yes. Okay, well, it's very inspiring. Yes, so we're going into that left side. Avanti, Komashania, Marty. Okay, into the left side, and then we're going to find our balance by activating the right side in such a way that we. Yes, because your hips are supposed to be open to the front. So by finding your balance, you've got to balance your energy. You can't just go to the left. You've got to be pushing to the right as well. That's what's going to help you keep your balance. Okay.
Now I got it.
Okay, to the right side. And do it again to the right. This is the secret of life.
You stay so straight. I like turn the body.
The idea is to stay straight and to be facing forward.
Work in progress.
Want to do it against the bookshelf?
If you want to, if you feel that your alignment is not right, you can do it against the bookshelf and then you can open. You want to do that? You can do that. So put your mat along the bookshelf. This way. Then you can straight. Thank you. There. And then you can turn your back to the bookshelf. Go up close, and then you can really open to the wall and feel the straightness of the pose. Okay, we're going to do it to the right side now. I can't emphasize this enough. If you learn this well, the balance between Chokhmah and Bina, too much Chokhmah and not enough Bina makes you what? Too much Chokhmah and not enough Bina.
Brain heavy.
Brain heavy. What is the problem with brain
You
heavy?
know how it is.
A nerd.
You just stay in your bag.
You're a nerd. What
Be a
did
nerd.
you say?
You're disconnected from the rest of
You
yourself.
disconnected from the rest of yourself. What did you
said
say?
brain heavy.
And
Brain heavy. What does it mean if you're
You
brain
just
heavy?
stay in
You
your
all think you have
brain.
thoughts, not feelings.
It's staying in your brain. It's not integrating.
When
It's
you're
just
right
a
brain.
lot of ideas and thoughts and more shiurim and more shiurim and more shiurim and more books. You're not integrating. It has to come into your being. So too much chokhmah, not enough bina is not a good thing. Too much chesed, not enough gevura. We all got that. Now we're working on too much netzach and not enough chod. Let's go. Well, netzach with chod. So we're doing the last one. Netzach. We're going for the netzach, and we are opening it up. So if you can, you want to be looking forward,
Oh, you are supposed to look forward?
ideally.
To the front or that way or
Forward. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to try it on the wall or you're good? Good. You want to try it against the wall? It's fun to just try. Yeah, you can just move it and then you can use the wall and you face forward. Yeah, and then you can do it and then real. Yeah. And then this arm is up. Yeah. This one is down. Yeah. And there we go. Beautiful. So balance. Balance is the key to harmony. Oh, so we were saying too much bina with chokhmah without bina gives you problems. Too much chesed without gevura gives you bratty children, gives you overindulging yourself, gives you no backbone, gives you become an enabler and not a support system to other people. You can't have too much chesed.
Maybe selfish.
Burnt out. Also, which person in our history had too much chesed? Abraham had good chesed, but who was his? Oh yeah, Shaul. But earlier than Shaul, we had two bad guys, Esav and Ishmael. One had too much chesed, Esav. Wanted to love everyone. Your wife, my wife, doesn't matter. I'm just no boundaries. Ishmael is too much gevura. I don't like you, kill you. That's also no good. Any of these midas in extreme, too much gevura, you're punishing, you mean, you're constricting. Not enough gevura, you don't have boundaries. So let's come down. Let's come down to the floor. So Perry's there. I lost Linda today, but Perry's there. Okay, coming down to the floor. Wow. So let's just stretch up.
If I have the opposite, my netzach is weak.
So you need to strengthen it. You need to strengthen. We all dominant either on the left side or the right side. Some people are too constricted and they shut themselves down because they have too much gevura. Too much gevura can be fear, can be frozen, it can be tight, it can be brittle, it can be a lot of bad things, too much gevura, but too much chesed can be floppy, like a Down syndrome child is an extreme. There's so much love, so much giving that they don't hold enough to even keep their body like with good body tone because they just like flowing everywhere. They're very beautiful, but there's not enough strength. So in yoga, we're trying to build strength and flexibility, and you need both. So let's just rock side to side. Rock and roll. Yeah, we're doing our rock and our roll, rock and roll. Yeah, and then just let's round, and then going round the other way, round, and then let's lean onto the left and head to the left and push your right hand down to the right. As you're leaning to the left, you're pushing down into that right side as you lean to the left. And then come up and lean to the right and you're pushing down to the left. And then you come up. Let's lay down on the mat. Lay back. We're getting ready for Shabbos pose. Shabbos pose.
Yeah, wasn't that really speedy? Like, I mean, I came 20 minutes late, but still.
Yeah, well, I like to stick to the boundaries of our time.
No, I just didn't realize how
It's
much
one of
time
my
was
commitments to myself
It's a good one.
is having those boundaries.
Was a compliment that we spoke so.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so we relaxing, letting go. So this is malchus also. Malchus is an integration of everything. Malchus is not to the left and it's not to the right. All the midas funnel down into malchus. All the midas funnel down into malchus. And malchus is almost like the soil that's going to grow the next plant. So let's say you're a plant like a flower, and your whole life is accumulating through the sun, through your experiences, through all of who you are. You the composite whole of everything you've learned. And in a way, then you drop into the soil of your soil, but really in this metaphor, let's say the soil of the product of all your experiences become the soil to grow the new seed. Malchus is where it all translates to the next cycle. So while you're lying here, you're doing nothing. On the other hand, you're doing everything. You're integrating all the information from Chokhmah and Bina, how it travels into Da'as, Chesed and Gevura, how that travels into Tiferet, the heart center. Netzach and Hod, how they meet in your Sod, which is your foundation, your base, your pelvis, your womb, the room that holds what's coming forward in the next cycle. And then Malchus it funnels down into Malchus, and in a way, this metaphor of the soil that holds the seed of everything that is you, Malchus is going to give birth to the next level of your being, the next incarnation of consciousness, which we can have multiple incarnations in a lifetime. Every day you can go through all of your being, funnel down into this resting space where you integrate all the lessons learned, and in the soil of your relaxing, the soil of you letting go, the soil of you integrating, the soil of you processing, digesting your experience, you then birth the being that's going to leave the class. So Malchus is this transitional space. And Shabbos is Malchus also. On Shabbos, you come into Shabbos with all your lessons learned from the week. And then on Shabbos, you're not supposed to be creating new things. En Chadash, the Shabbat, from you. You're just in a place of menucha. But that menucha becomes the soil, becomes the consciousness, becomes the awareness. When you put everything together that you learned on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday this happened, and on Wednesday that happened, and on Thursday you experienced this, and on Friday you cooked, and on Thursday you shopped and you made, and whatever you did, on Shabbos you just experience what it is that you worked on all through the week, and it integrates because you're resting. If you're not resting, it cannot integrate. If you're busy doing new things and you're not in a Shabbos mode, you won't have the same capacity to integrate so that you can nurture the next week being more advanced, more evolved, more progressed, more conscious, more filled with light, more a vessel and a keli to do God's work, whatever that is. So the resting is the highest and the lowest. It's the receptacle for everything you've experienced, and it gathers it all. In a way, everything funnels into it. It's the lowest. It's like the tree starts, the tree of life. Tree is an upside down tree with the roots in the sky and the tips of the leaves down below. But then it's the highest because it feeds what's coming next. It feeds the next cycle. So it's the last and the first. But in order to get the benefit out of the malchus feeling, you have to surrender to the blessing and the learning of resting and integrating and allowing. And let everything that you did before percolate, marinate, gestate quietly while you allow. And that's why Malchus is the epoch of Mashiach. Because when Mashiach comes, we're going to realize we don't have to do so much. We can allow and be supported through our life. Like it says in this week's Parsha, 6 days of the week, work shall be done. The work's going to be done. You just have to provide kelim. They threw the gold into the fire, a menorah came out. Moshe threw the gold into the fire. He didn't know how to fashion it. Hashem said, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Just throw the gold into the fire. 6 days work will be done, shall be done. It's a passive verb. I think it's ta'aseh. Can we do our work in a way of surrender? Can we do what we have to do in a way of malchus so that we do it with very little effort? We're doing it carried by Hashem carrying us. Sheshes yamim ta'aseh malacha. Ta'aseh. So some Meforshim explain that that's a passive form of the word. Can we work in a way where we're floating, where we surrendered, where we just being, where we just going with Hashem's plan? I think that that's the messianic goal in some way, because it's going to be a time of malchus. So we're going to be here just for another couple of moments, savoring this experience, this training ground. Shavasana is a training ground for how to experience the world in a state of malchus. Totally surrendered, allowing. But because we're not there yet, you need to come back into this world. Going to slowly start feeling your body on the mat, the weight of your body, the physicality of your body. And then when you're ready, you can start bringing movement back into your body, little movements, and then bigger movement. And then bring yourself into a nice waking yawn. And then rolling over onto one side into fetal position. Just stay there for a minute. Just stay there for a minute. Toby, when you come up, always like this and push up like that so you don't strain. So just set an intention for the rest of the week. It's almost Shabbos. How can you do this Shabbos a little differently? How can you incorporate this consciousness of malchus into your Shabbos? Of course, the idea of being a queen and all of that, because a queen just floats through her palace. She has lots of maids. She just has to be regal while she's very restfully getting things done. So you don't have to have physical maids. You have to believe that you'll be supported by Hashem and by your consciousness. If your consciousness is in the right place, we've learned this from quantum physics, your consciousness is in a way part of your maid staff. And your consciousness is in the right place, then the world says, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, anything you say, ma'am. But when your consciousness is resistant and your consciousness is defended and your consciousness is stuck, then no maids are working for you. Then you're fighting with the world and you get tired and exhausted. So set an intention how you can carry this regal bearing of the queen, the malchut being into Shabbos. And it starts on the mat, and then you have a whole day to work on it, and please God, it will become a reality. When you're ready, you can sit up. Slowly using your upper hand to push down so that you come up in the most supported way. ואף על פי שיתממנה אני מאמין. Let's take our arms out, up and down. And one final thing I want to say is it's not about waiting for the Mashiach out there to come. It's about awakening the malchus within. And then that ripples and ripples and ripples. And then before you know it, our leader looks like a melech, because we have embodied and embraced that idea of malchus within us. And it, so we say, I can't wait for Mashiach to come. It's coming already.